The main purpose of any company is to make money, and they're always going to strive towards those goals, even if it means having to trick their customers. Big companies know exactly what to do to make you spend money. It'll probably be hard for you to remember the last time you left your house and didn't spend money. But was that you? Or were you being tricked the entire time? In this video, we're going to take a look at 10 ways you're secretly tricked by companies. Number 10. Beautification. Looks are everything when it comes to buying products, especially in the food industry. Because of this, companies actually manipulate what food actually looks like. One of the biggest examples of this is store-bought apples. If you ever been to just about any store ever, you'll notice the apples always look great, like they're just picked from a tree. But what you probably don't know is that companies actually put a wax layer on top to keep the apples looking as fresh as possible. There is a natural wax layer on apples, but they actually removed that layer to put the artificial one on instead. The wax makes sure the apple looks as appealing as possible so that more and more people will buy it. If apples are sold in their natural state, chances are no one would actually buy them. Number 9. Deceptive labeling. In this day and age, people are very conscious of what they consume. That's why we check the labels at the back of any food product to see what's inside. But many companies have actually found ways to hide what's inside. There are many ways that they do this, but one of the most common is by masking the names of actually anything unhealthy by using technical words or maybe even sciencey words that you probably wouldn't understand. Companies can also completely lie to you. You've probably seen products that say without preservatives or 0 calories, but they'll probably have both of those things when you actually check what the label says. But since they'll use these technical words, you probably won't be able to understand and assume you can trust the company. Number 8. Misleading commercials. Commercials always make things way better than they really are in reality. Sometimes they'll straight up lie to your face. One example is this Nutella commercial. They're advertising Nutella of all things as a healthy everyday breakfast when we all know that it's definitely not. They talk about how it can be paired with healthier things like multi-grain bread and how it even has like 1 or 2 healthy ingredients. One of the biggest reasons why some people don't buy Nutella is because of how unhealthy it is. And by making it seem like it is healthy, more people will be inclined to buy it. Another misleading commercial can be car ads. Almost every car you see in car ads is fake and made from CGI. That's why they look so much better in the commercial than compared to real life. Number 7. Smart pricing. As humans, we try to find the best bargain we can when we buy things. Companies have actually used this against us. Instead of making things slightly cheaper or bringing in a cheaper alternative, they do the complete opposite. They'll bring something much more expensive to make the other ones seem cheaper. This is called the asymmetric dominance effect. It's when you think a $6 coffee is expensive compared to the $3 one. When you bring in a $9 coffee, you'll just automatically think the $6 coffee is just a reasonable grab just because you see an alternative right next to it. Your brain tells you that you'll be saving money by going for the in-between option, and when you think about it, so many brands do this. You can walk into a clothing store, a grocery store, or even when you're online shopping, no matter just where you are, smart pricing will be there. It's only a matter of whether you notice it or not. Number 6. Buy one, get one free. Even if you don't plan on spending any money at all, you probably will still be super tempted when you see a buy one, get one free sale. That's because you'll get more than your money's worth that way, right? Well, that's where you're wrong. Chances are you probably got a really bad deal. Most of the time, these buy one, get one free deals are complete scams. You'll increase the price of one product so high that it'll probably be equal to buying them separately. Or they'll just make it slightly cheaper so it seems like a better deal when it's really not. When you really think about it, you'll probably realize just how many times you've been tricked by this one tactic so many times. Number 5. Long return policies. If you're unsure about a product, you probably won't end up buying it. But if that product has a really long return policy that lasts a couple of months, you might just buy it and think of returning it later if you don't end up liking it that much. But how many of us actually go through the struggle of returning a product that you bought like 2 months ago? In the end, you'll probably just keep the thing you bought, or maybe even because you forgot all about the return policy. Studies actually show that if you have a longer and more lenient return policies, the number of returns doesn't increase, they actually decreased. While this might seem a little counterintuitive, it actually makes a lot of sense. When a product sticks around for so long, you'll probably think, this isn't that bad, and just end up keeping it. Number 4. Flash sale countdowns. Have you ever felt the urgent need to buy something quickly when it says limited time offer? Well, this happens to basically everyone, because you'll think you're missing out on a good deal. Companies use this sale countdowns to pressurize their customers into buying their products as quickly as possible. Most people will probably regret buying the products right after the sale ends because they likely bought the products in a hurry without really thinking about it. Some people won't even really care much about the product itself, but will still buy it just because it was on a good deal for a limited time. So next time you see one of these flash sales, take a breather and make sure you actually want the product. Number 3. Smaller portions. People hate change, especially if it's ones we're not used to. That's why companies probably won't increase the prices of any products you're used to buying at a set rate. But what they will do is make the quantity of the product less. Most of the time, these reductions are only by a small amount, so you won't even notice it that much. And even if you do, you'll probably get over it pretty quick and continue buying the product anyway. But reducing this small amount can make all the difference for these big companies. If they were to keep the same amount, but increase the prices instead, we'll probably be a lot less likely to continue buying the same products, even if it's the same as reducing the amount. Number 2. Skinny mirrors. Skinny mirrors are an illusion some retailers have been using to make people buy more of their products. A skinny mirror is basically curved glass that makes people look 2 to 3 sizes less than they actually are. According to the founder of the mirror, Belinda Jasmine says that it can make people feel better about themselves. But let's be honest, all these mirrors are doing is lying to our faces. Almost 90% of customers who used a skinny mirror ended up making a purchase, while only around 70% of customers who used a regular mirror made a purchase. A lot of people have criticized Jasmine for these mirrors, but she noted that you can see very well the logo displayed on every single one of her mirrors. She has had a lot of retailers request to remove the logo, but never did. Number 1. Psychological pricing. People are more likely to buy things at $999 compared to the $1,000, even though the difference is just $1. Even though we know very well that it's only $1 away from being a full $1,000, we still get tricked and buy it anyway. These prices can often make things seem a lot cheaper than they actually are. Since we read from left to right, we usually read the first number and quickly make an immediate decision as to we think the price is reasonable or not. Makes sense. Alright, which of these marketing strategies tricked your mind? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Trend Joint, and we'll see you in the next one.